You now find yourself in late game and struggling to make ends meet. No matter how many missions you do, you are always short on cash. Don't worry, I will show you how you can make a nice pile of cash to help you through these late game missions. For this money run, I will be using a few rules. First off, no armor or suppressors. I want to save money, not spend it on repairing my gear in the shop. Also, I will be counting the ammo I spend in my total profits to get a better understanding of how much I'm spending on this run. Think of it like a business expense. I need to spend a little bit of money to make more money, but not too much. It will all add up in the end.
One of each.
I'll break up the run into steps, just like last time, so you can follow along.
Knives.
But I do have a lot of ground to cover, so the steps will be slightly condensed to save time.
Pretty easy about spring. Oh, the crap.
Step 1. This is the time to get ready. Your weapons, gear, and supplies for the run are all up to you.
That's better.
I'm going to focus on two factors myself: weight and what I currently have on hand. I want to be going out as light as possible so I can carry as much as I can back. And because I don't want to spend any money on ammo if I don't need to, so I will only use the stuff I have on the shelves for now. The majority of what I have is 9x18 rounds, so I'll take a PP91 thanks to its light weight and high ammo capacity. I'll also bring a TT33, both weapons will be slightly modified. I'll also be bringing any meds I have, but I don't have a lot on me at the moment. I may need to resort and use what I find in the wild.
That's all I got, exactly where I want it to be in the green. Don't do that to me.
Part of the prep work is to plan out when you're gonna head out. I'm gonna go out mid-cycle and actually ride out the next tide in one of the zones. It's a gamble, but it could play off for a larger profit later.
First step. 7 in the morning, be sunrise by the time we get to the village. I'll take it.
Step 2. My first stop is Bolotki Village. The village area is the first major loot location, but it does require a manner of clearing out.
Where are you? All around
Prepare yourself for one firefight, and the town will be clear to loot. As you look around for goods, keep in mind to look in every attic, basement, and shed in the village. But also check the culvert and the floating train car for boxes. Also look in the anomaly cluster around the village, the one to the north by the train cars by the hill. Before you move on to step 3, drop off your findings in a secure location of your choice, a place you can easily get to later on. Step 3. There are 2 anomaly clusters worth looking for artifacts, one not far from the village, and the other among the ruins at the south end of the swamp. The first location can often house shock anomalies, so be very careful here. You will probably be familiar with the ruins location, so do what you need to do to get the artifacts.
Aha! That's all we got. Shame there's only 2 in there.
Step 4. After you have all the artifacts, hike through the woods to the safe house and look inside for a box.
webs everywhere.
After you've done that, evade the web anomalies and
everywhere.
find your way to the construction site. Again, expect a fight. Play it safe here and watch those corners. There's a lot of ways to get ambushed in here, so make sure you take your time and play it safe.
No! You're gonna break it! Stop!
Whoa! Ow! I can see why Ricker likes this gun. This thing is nice.
Once you are sure the area is clear, start going floor to floor looking for boxes and equipment. I recommend the basement first and work your way up. Obviously, the basement is very risky, so it's up to you if you actually want to go down there.
Got one of them. Okay.
Don't forget to look around the grounds outside. There's often a box outside the front entrance and boxes by the outhouse
Nice.
and the south storage yard. It also doesn't hurt to climb up the crane and look for a box by the controller cabin. It is a long way up, but a box up there could well be worth it.
Was it worth the climb? Yes. Oh, another one. See you at the bottom. Long way to climb down. Long way to climb down.
Step 5. Now is a good time to start heading back towards Vano, but we will hit a few stops on the way back. One of them being the anomaly cluster not far from the construction site.
Nope.
Next, head to the helicopter crash site. There you can find a box and some gear around the wreckage. Be mindful
Nice.
of the entities and the anomalies
what I
all around
want.
the area.
I want the box. Ah.
After that, work your way to the water tower safe house. Climb to the top and look for weapons crate.
Yeah. These guys here for the moment. Nice. What we got? Anything good? Some ammo.
Step 6. Now for the trip back to Vano. You will have a lot of weight on your back, and it's going to be slow. But if you can fit a little more weight in your bag, look around the derailment
No
site for a box
boxes. Here-
or gear.
Oh, wait a minute. There is a floating detector. Why not?
After that, follow the tracks and find your way to the sitting train cars by the village. There could be a box here.
Ah, no box here.
After that, all you have to do now is gather your stuff you left at the village and return back to Vano. Step 7. Leave any loot you have on your table and sort out what you want to keep. After that, heal up any wounds in the shower and rearm your weapons.
Active mission as not confirmed.
Okay.
Step 8. This part of the run will be a little tricky. I'm planning on riding out the tide here in Promovia route, so I'm gonna gather up everything I can before the fog moves in. I'll grab the gear from the UNPSC box in the tower.
Attention. This is UNPSC emergency guidance recording.
The anomaly cluster under the power lines is your next target.
Okay.
Grab what you can, then look for any boxes hidden in the woods and in the shed by the cliff.
Cleaning spray.
At this point in my trek, I learned that I forgot my PP91. I'm now down to my pistol.
Oh shoot, I forgot my gun. Crap. Okay, I'm doing this with this then.
Step 9. The best plan here is to take on the truck depot next. The rift controls the surrounding area, and you will want it gone before it summons more trouble. Remove the rift, clear out any hostiles, and get to work on grabbing what you can from the garages.
Well, it sells.
Step 10. Head to the road that leads to the Beta Factory and go all the way to the car on top of the hill. There's a chance of a box here, sitting on the hood of the car. Then look through the cluster for any artifacts. Once you find them, head for the gas anomaly just down the hill. Put on your gas mask and grab what you can from the floating ruins. Lastly, check the safe house on the hill for one more box.
More ammo. 38.
Step 11. At this time, the tide is creeping up on me. I have very little time to get whatever I can before I'm overwhelmed by the fog. The best I can do is to grab the artifact from the cluster on the road, then look for a box by the truck crash site by the battlefield.
Ah, there's no box here. Now let's wait out the tide.
The only thing to do after that is to ride out the tide and see where it takes me.
Here we go. Hey, you're too late, buddy. Oh, fine.
I got a lucky spot today. The tide dropped me off behind the train station. This is an ideal location for what I need. The tide can place me anywhere within the region. So when this happens on a money run, you'll be completely at the mercy of chance.
Isn't a bad spot to be.
Step 12. Moving on to the train station, fighting off the hostiles and destroying the rift.
Empty. Gotcha. Oh, another one. I missed.
And now that it's safe, I'll have a look in the warehouse, office buildings, and around the smaller structures. It's a fairly large area to cover, so take your time and check every corner.
That's worth it.
Step 13. My next target is the office building by the road. But once you clear out the building, you can often find a few boxes here and small loot. Just check every floor, including the roof.
Well, look.
Step 14. Return to the truck depot once again. Do the same thing as before and grab what you can. Rinse and
Another
repeat.
one.
The only thing I did differently this time was inspecting the anomaly cluster for artifacts. Step 15. On the way back home, take a look into the trucks by the road for a box. Then cross the battlefield to the cluster by the outpost. Grab any artifacts you can before you head around the outpost and back to Vano. But on the way back, grab the stuff from the tower box before you enter the fog.
Attention. This is UNPSC emergency guidance.
Step 16. Drop off your loot, rearm, and heal up. However, at this time I will be swapping my PP91 for a new weapon. I need something that hits a little harder and can deal with armor better than my little pea shooter.
80.
Don't get me wrong, I like the 91, but it's a little underpowered for the factory. A Mosin should work just fine.
There we go. One Mosin, ready to fly.
Step 17.
Alright.
On the way to factory,
Lights.
look for artifacts and boxes in the woods and shed. Then check the gas anomaly for another set of artifacts, and then head up the hill to the cluster by the rope to the factory.
Only one.
Once you have the artifacts,
There is.
check the car for another box. Now, I don't want to carry all this with me,
The new TT.
so I'm going to create a stash for myself to pick up later. I'm going to leave it here on the car.
These artifacts here.
Step
Mosin
18.
comes in handy.
Now in the factory, I want to check on the material yard for a hidden box before I go anywhere.
Good. Oh, there we go. Finally, proper gun.
After you find one, drop off whatever you find by the road for safekeeping. Moving on,
Okay.
I want to get to the warehouse area further into the zone, but I need to go through the factory itself first. There are two options to reach my target: go through the building or go around. Both ways have advantages, but I'm going to use the path through the factory floor.
Alright.
I want to sneak through without detection for now, but I will need to clear this place out eventually. So if you desire to fight it out now or later, I'll leave that choice up to you. My goal is to get as close as I can to the target, and then work my way back.
Go that way.
Step 19. Once you get to the warehouses, clear them out and remove the rift.
Oh!
Once you are in the clear, look for boxes in the small back room and any others hiding within the building.
There we go. Oh, yes.
After you clean out the first building, move on to the building across the road, where you may find another box in the smaller warehouse.
That is worth having.
Step 20. On your way back now, stop at the intersection by the gas anomaly, as there is lots to grab here. First off, the car on the road could have a box on the hood.
Ammo.
There could also be one in the small building on the corner.
Okay.
And 2 different anomaly groups to loot. Get your gas mask out for the big one. You're gonna need it. Step 21. Around this area, but slightly further out, are 2 small spots to hit if you see fit. One is on the hill with the truck and excavator by the pillar forest. The other is on the fire escape on the back of the factory. For the later, you're gonna need to climb up stairs mounted to the wall for a potential weapons crate.
No box up here today.
There's also a small box hidden behind the truck, just parked below.
Documents. Those are really nice.
Step 22. Time for the big fight if you haven't already cleared out the factory grounds. I'll go around and look into the other factory buildings, like the workshop and the small guardhouse first. Loot can be found in both.
Oh. Someone left something in the toilet.
After that, I'll start the long process of clearing out the rest of the factory grounds, as well as the factory floor and offices.
Whoa! There you are.
Okay, just one last time.
That was lucky.
Is Max coming out to play?
How's that black grass grow so fast?
Now that you have a mountain of dead mimics at your feet, have a good look around for boxes.
Cute.
You can find them all over the ground floor, warehouse, and the office space
Oh,
above.
another one. That's 3.
Step 23. We're not stopping with the factory just yet. Take everything you gathered and bring it to your pile by the road to Promove. You will need an empty bag for the next part. Return to the factory, but this time, we will be moving through the dark hallways and the many floors of this complex. There are boxes and loots tucked all around these halls, so look around every single corner. A few places that are worth mentioning are the back rooms on the second floor,
Oh, nice. AKM.
the fire escape in the same area,
Ooh, subsonic rounds.
under the stairs leading to the lobby, and the boss's office by the exit window.
Oh, MP5, something different.
Step 24. Once you leave the factory, head for the small construction site where you may find a box or two in the basement dugout by the road. At this point, you may need to run your loot to the safe pile. If you do, run over there now, drop off your loot, and return to where we are now. Once you are ready to continue, move into the south warehouses and clear it of all hostiles.
Oh, there you are.
Then walk out to the parking lot by the big gate and look for artifacts in the cluster. Then you can return to the warehouses and look around here for more boxes and gear. Look in the little room in the warehouse and the back garage. You may find good loot there.
Oh, another Mosin.
Also, don't forget the little house at the far end of the lot.
There's another box here.
Step 25. Back to Vano time.
Well,
Return to your loot pile and grab all that you can. Start hauling everything back to Vano in as few trips as possible, but it took me several trips.
that can be carried. Flop, flop.
Once you finally get everything home, sort it out and get ready for another go. This time, we're headed to Kolhotz. Step 26. When you enter Kolhotz from Vano, you will want to clear out the hostiles on the rail line that leads to the bridge. By doing this, you'll make your job easier in the long run. We only have 2 target locations in Kolhotz, the greenhouse and the train depot. The railway stands between these 2 locations. If you do not remove the hostiles on the bridge now, they will come to the aid of the other locations when you press your attacks.
Whoa! That sniper's there. Haha, he missed. Okay, where are you? Oh, that is him. Okay, that was lucky.
Step 27. I recommend you take on the greenhouse area first. It's closer to Vano and will be easier to clear out. Remember, there are 4 ways into the greenhouse area, so don't get bogged down in one entrance if you can help it. Go over your options and play it the way you see best.
Right here. Whoa! Nope. Uh-huh. Woo! There he is.
When it's safe to do so, look in each building for goods to take before you enter the actual greenhouses.
In the corner.
And don't forget the small building just outside the gate.
Oh, magazine.
For my run through the structure, I will enter through the back door by the damaged wall. There's no wrong way to walk through the buildings as long as you play it safe. The main danger you will face is anomalies, so just watch your step. As for loot, I find the best places to look are the boxes in the storage rooms that separate the houses. Don't forget about the artifacts in the middle building as well.
Oh. Oh, is that a regen? Yeah. Nice. Nice. Oh, heck yeah. Rosa.
There's also a chance of loot in the greenhouse closest to the pond, hidden behind some broken shelves. Don't miss it.
Oh, another one. And a mag for it.
Step 28. I'll make another run back to Vano to drop off what I found in the greenhouses. I recommend you do the same, but it's up to you. We only have one location left to loot before we run out of time and the new tide sets in. Unlike the previous location, there are only 2 ways into this place, and both are bottlenecks. It's up to you what way you prefer in, but I like using the side gate by the anomaly cluster. Now, I won't lie, I died way too many times trying to get through the ranks of the hostile forces here. I hope you have better luck than I do. As an example of how well defended this place is, allow me to show you a montage of my battle of the train depot.
Whoa! Come on, walk closer. Oh, shoot. Okay, that was on me. Yeah, have to step back. How'd he hit that? Damn, this is accurate. Oh, come on. Oh, hello. Ow! What? Turn off the light. Oh, are you serious? Finally! Hello. Oh no, the machete broke. Ah. Oh, you jerk! Slides back. That's fair. What the heck? Phone in right here. Nice. That slider. But shut up. So I can kill him. Never mind. Nope. That better work. How'd that not kill you? Finally. Finally. Oh, I need a breather.
When you eventually take control of the area, start looting everything you can. There are boxes and gear all over the place. Look in every small room, building, and corner in the depot. There's a lot to find here, if you can get through the first fight.
Cool.
Lastly, don't forget the anomaly cluster by the back gate. There will be artifacts there to claim. Step 30. On your way home, make sure to stop at the safe house in the tower and look for anything valuable there, before taking a short walk to the anomaly cluster by the train tracks down by the lake.
Stop.
Shock anomalies are quite common here, so play it safe with this one.
Well, that sucks. Ha! Nice. There's my opening. Nope, I have one more. Ha! Nuts, that didn't go off. Come on. Ah! Never mind, you live. I'll leave it as that.
Back to Vanna with you. This was our last trip into the zone. No more need to keep running around to the ruins for junk to sell. Now we can take a moment to breathe. Okay, break time over. Now we need to sort out what we have. Get all your loot into piles of what you are selling and what you are keeping. Step 32. Now it's time for math. Over the entire run, I had to spend a few bucks on healing myself and buying some meds partway through. In total, I spent $1,220 on medical costs. I will also need to subtract the ammo cost of what I took out of my supply. I will need to spend money to replace what I used. You need to have gathered enough loot to cover everything. That includes the cost of ammunition you spend, armor that needs repairing, and suppressor repairs. Now that you have sorted and gone over all your costs for the run, it's time to look at what you saved with your keepers pile. What does that mean? Here's an example. I spent nearly 5 boxes of 9x18 full metal jacket rounds on this run, but I collected 7 out in the zone. Not only did I cover my costs, but I also got some extra back that I don't need to buy later. I call these loot savings. For simplicity's sake, I'm only counting full boxes of ammo as savings, and what they cost to buy in the shop is what I'm counting as savings. Here is a list so you can see of what I'm keeping and how much it counts towards my savings. Total loot savings come to $7,355 that I don't need to spend in the future. Now I'll start selling things and see what I have in the loot pile. Empty ammo boxes come to $50. Not much, but it's better than just burning them up. The magazines I collected, and one machete, come to $904. Keeping in mind that all the magazines are damaged. I don't have the cleaning supplies to fix them up, so they are all sold as is. The old UNPSC gear and equipment sold for a nice $5,684. Not bad at all. The guns, as damaged as they were, made $7,191 total. And yes, I did sell the guns as is. I lacked the cleaning supplies to fix them all, so that's what I got. Finally, the artifacts. $10,944. Altogether, the loot came to $24,783. But we also need to add our savings and subtract our costs. After doing some quick math, my grand total is $29,108. I would call that a very good run. But it did take me a very long time to gather everything. It was 1.5 tide cycles to reach this amount, and with many painful deaths to get it right. But I will definitely say this was worth it. Best of luck to you if you try this run for yourself. Do tell me in the comments below how much money you made in this run. I'm really curious to see what you make.